Hey everyone, gonna try and make this a bit quick, but today I'm gonna do something a little bit cheesy. And a bit corny. I'm going to show my small showcase of my Superman figurine collectibles. Specifically, they're going to be the Mcfarlane figures. They're the ones that I mainly collect. I know that some people have issues with Mcfarlane, some I agree with, a lot I don't agree with. Because we're now a few months away from the new Superman film, which, as a lot of you know, I'm really excited for, I thought I'd quickly show some of the figures that I have for Superman. Now, forgive the setup, forgive the lighting, it's not very good, but either way, enough of me banging on, let's just get on with it. But anyway, this is the first figure. This is the comic book, this is like considered the classic Superman, which, now these figures are not in any order of like, oh, this is my favorite or least favorite. This is just like picking out random ones that I'll talk about first. This is the classic version, apparently, even though it is just a reuse of the Page Puncher Superman, or one of them. I don't know if there's more than one. I'll try and put up a picture of that next to this. It's basically that one with a different face, and this one has like the smiley face and the classic colours, which I personally prefer. It does bug me that this is meant to be a classic Superman, yet you can tell this is meant to be a more modern. The belt's meant to be a more modern belt, which it does. I am thinking about customizing this figure, but I'm not sure yet. I'm not going to say what the custom might be, just in case I do go through with it, because I might show it on the channel in the future. I do like the face that he's got. Like, it does make a change that we got a smiling Superman with his teeth out. I know that some people don't like it, but I quite like it personally. But yeah, this is this is not my favorite Superman figure in the collection, but it is one that is kind of cool. I do think the hands are a little bit too big, but it is meant to be a comic book style Superman. Now, the next Superman is one that is fairly recent for me, and that is the Action Comics #1 Superman. This version is obviously meant to be the OG version of Superman. Like, he's got the very different logo than what we're commonly used to. He's got the yellow belt, although I think it's meant to be red. I'm not sure. The boots are completely blue, which apparently in the very first comic they were, but apparently they were. Even on the front cover, they were partially red. I really like the face sculpt on this one. It kind of gives off that Max Fleischer Superman vibe, in my opinion. This one is using the not Batman, for goodness sake, the Superman Hush body, which Mcfarlane really liked using on their Superman figures. It was alright for the first couple of figures, but in my opinion, it got boring really, really quick. This figure's really good though, and I do like the chain thing that he comes with, so it looks like he's breaking out of the chains. This display stand, I don't know if it comes with a figure or not, I can't remember. Again, this one's not one of my absolute favourites, but I got it because I got the first appearance Batman figure, and I thought, well, I should get first appearance Superman to go with him as well. And they do look really good together on the shelf. Right, now please forgive me for how dusty these stands are. I know I should have cleaned them, but I'll do that after this video's done. But these next two figures I've put together because they're practically the same version of Superman, just slightly different colours. Now, here we have Henry Cavill, a Superman that everyone adores and is using as an excuse to slag off the new one. But anyway, enough of that. I do like these figures. Personally, I prefer the black suit. I think the figures are really good. I think the face sculpt is decent. Maybe the paint apps don't do it justice, but I still think that resembles Henry Cavill fairly well. I do think the suits are really well represented here. I prefer the black suit because I just prefer the black suit in general. On Cavill's Superman, I've never been the biggest hardcore lover of his red and blue suit in live action. I like the design of it. I've just never been a big fan of the colours of his suit. I just felt they constantly just screwed that up. But they are really good figures, but they don't come with much. Like posability is good, but what you can do with it is limited. Like, I do wish he came with like a swappable head, because Mcfarlane have started doing that now, and they re-released this Superman with Doomsday from Batman v Superman and a cloth cape. And I really wish they gave him an accessory where like he had like the angry heat vision face or something, and they could have re-released the Snyder Cut version, which his black suit one is, with that. Again, not my favourite figures in the collection, but then, I mean, it's Henry Cavill. He is a good Superman. We all miss him dearly, but there's no reason to slag off a certain other Superman because they're not Henry, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I do like these figures, and I do think they're really good, and I'm glad to have them because I do like Henry Cavill Superman. Now, this next Superman figure, you're probably going to wonder, why did you buy this one? And that is Injustice 2 Superman. Now, for those that might be thinking about the people, why did I buy this one? Obviously, I'm not the biggest fan of evil Superman, like, in general. Like, I just don't like the idea of the character being a bad guy. Oh, God, there's a bit of web there. Again, I told you, I need to wipe him down. Yes, I know I should have done it before the video. Please don't at me, but whatever. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of evil Superman, but I still wanted it because I liked how different this figure was from the others. Even though also, again, why would I buy it? But yeah, I still did. I'm not a big fan of this armoured suit that Superman wears. You know, I don't like the weird headpiece that makes him look a bit like bloody Gambit from X-Men or something. I think the red gloves are a little bit weird. The only thing I do like about his suit is I like the... Is it going to focus? Is the Superman logo. I really like that. I think that's a really cool logo. And I do like the colours. I don't know if they're accurate to the game, but if they are, I do like the colours of this suit. At least he's bright looking. I think these colours are like typically near perfect to what Superman should be, I think. Again, not the best figure. This is probably one of the better figures. He comes with some spare hands. The only thing he didn't come with was this flight stand. This is from another Superman figure. But I wanted him to look like he was flying and looking a little bit intimidating. And I think it looked... For a Superman that I'm not the biggest lover of, I do like the figure, so I still got it. Plus, I wanted some variety in the collection. Right, now this next custom is... I just said the spoiler word, custom. This next figure is technically a custom. All I did was repaint it, and I'm not very good at repainting. There is a bit of paint bleed, and it's not the best, so please forgive that. But this is my custom Hush Superman with the kind of Max Fleischer colour scheme. I gave him the red belt that the Max Fleischer suit typically has. I know that sometimes it's black, but personally I wanted the red one because I prefer the red belt, and I also gave it the yellow, black and red symbol colour scheme. Now, I'm not going to lie, as arrogant as I probably sound, this is probably one of my favourite figures I've got. I really like I don't mind the Hush body. I do think it's a bit too bulky, but I'm pretty pleased with this custom for a first time. You know, I'm not very good at it, but I'm pretty happy with it anyway. And yeah, and I do like the posability on this guy alone, and I do think it looks really cool, and I love the way the cape, even though it's plastic, is posed as well. Again, not my favourite. I'll get to the favourite at some point. I might even leave the favourite till last. That's probably what I'm deliberately trying to do here. But yeah, again, this one's not perfect, but I do like it, and I do like the Max Fleischer suit a lot, and I am well aware Mcfarlane are going to release a Max Fleischer Superman officially, which I probably will try and obtain myself at some point, and this one will probably get turned into something else. I don't know. I might keep it as is, but we'll see. But yeah, this is a custom that I did of Hush Superman into Max Fleischer. The blue's the wrong colour, but I didn't want to put up with that, so I just did the belt and the symbol. Again, right, now this is going to be another custom, and again, it's not perfect, it's not great, but again, I'm still proud of it to an extent, so please forgive. And plus, this was my first. The Max Fleischer was my second custom. This was my first one, and funnily enough, this one was actually a bit bigger. Again, sorry for the dust. But this is a custom Kingdom Come Superman that I did. Now, the base bot, yes, not everything is painted. Yes, you can see some paint scrape there and there. I did use like a clear coat or something, and I just don't think it worked that well. Maybe I didn't leave it long enough. The base body is a Action Comics 1000 Superman, which personally is one of my favourite bodies for Superman figures for Mcfarlane. The only thing I don't like is the arms. They're terrible. But apart from that, I do like this version of Superman that they've done. I repainted the whole body, well, the blue, a darker blue, because the Kingdom Come suit is darker. Painted the belt black with the gold, not the copper bronze buckle. I painted Superman, the sides of Superman's hair, like grey, because obviously Kingdom Come Superman's meant to be older. The logo is from a future state Superman, which I bought literally just for the logo. I cut it off. I cut off the Action Comics 1000 symbol, and yeah, I glued them together. This figure was a pain in the butt to do, and yes, I know it's not perfect. You can still see some of the bright blue coming through, which I'm not proud of, but I'm still happy with this. Maybe one day Mcfarlane will release an official Kingdom Come figure, but until then, I'm happy with this as it is. So, yeah, this is actually, again, a favourite. I sound arrogant, because these are customs, technically, and them being near the top of my favourites just makes me sound a bit, ooh, yeah, but no, I do genuinely like this figure. And now, we're on to one of my favourite Superman figures. This is definitely, like, top 3 favourites. And funnily enough, we were just talking about the base body of the custom for it. Action Comics 1000 Superman. Sorry for the shaky camera. This figure, as I said, is a favourite of mine. Yes, the arms are not very good, and yes, there's maybe a few other flaws with this figure, but I really like the way that they sculpted this one. In my opinion, like, I love the suit on this, and I do wish this is kind of what we got in live action, like, you know, classic Superman with some modern vibes to him, but mainly classic vibes, even though I love what we have with David Corenswet already. And yeah, this is actually the first Mcfarlane figure I ever got, and in terms of DC, I think, or in general, can't remember, but this one I really like, and it holds a bit of nostalgia because this was the first one. But I do really like the body. I like the underwear. I love the logo on this simp suit. I don't know why, but it just reminds me a little bit of, I don't know why I keep thinking Dean Cain. But either way, I do like it, and again, forgive the dust, I will give them a clean. But yeah, I really like this one. This is easily a favourite. And now finally, and this is my favourite Superman figure I ever got. So much, well, I bought 2 of them because I was a little bit worried about missing out and in case anything went wrong with one of the orders. So I technically have 2 of the same figure, and that Superman figure, and this is my favourite Mcfarlane Superman figure I've ever gotten, and this one was literally recent. I got this one within this month, and that is Christopher Reeve, which recently released on from Mcfarlane. This figure is amazing. I've seen some people, especially a certain YouTuber who apparently is known for slagging off Mcfarlane. That person needs to get a life, because this figure is so good. In my opinion, this is the best Christopher Reeve Superman figure out there. Yes, maybe the face ain't perfect. Yes, Maybe some things aren't accurate, but I don't care. This is amazing. I love the posability. I love the wide cape that comes with this figure. Like, you can really give it some poses. And, you know, I love the way they've designed the suit. The symbol's fairly accurate. Maybe the belt's not, and the belt and the underwear are not near perfect. Yes, he has got the things on the wrists, like the sleeves. Maybe they're rolled up, maybe not. He's got the classic boots. Again, bit of dust. I know I keep banging on about that, but it collects. I really love the fact that he came with loads of accessories like hands and stuff. And the fact that you get to pose him with the green crystal that he got from the Fortress of Solitude. Or, well, he used to create the Fortress of Solitude. And honestly, like, this is easily one of the best Superman figures I've ever gotten. Actually, the best figure. Like I said, I've seen some people slag this figure off. What the hell were you expecting? Like, this figure's amazing, and I'd say if you're a Superman fan, especially a fan of Christopher Reeve, try to get one. I know that they're difficult to get, but please try to get one, because it is worth it. It is one of the best figures I've ever gotten. I mean, what person who loves Superman turns around and says, I don't want a Christopher Reeve? Because that is amazing. And the way I've got him posed, like, and I'm glad I got two in a way, because this one I can pose flying, which I love this pose I put him in. And I love the fact this one I can pose as if he's just holding the crystal that, you know, Jor-El sent with him to Earth. And yeah, it's nice to have a figurine of the man that made us all believe a man could fly. Thought you weren't going to see my face this video? Well, you're wrong. So anyway, closing out this video, yeah, those were my Mcfarlane Superman figures. I do have two that aren't Mcfarlane, but they're not that worth talking about in my eyes. Anyway, yeah, so like I said at the start of the video, because Superman 2025 is coming out, I have a bit of an idea for the channel. And that is, I'm not going to do too many videos, I'm just going to do a couple. I'm probably going to do my top 5 favourite Superman cosplays that I own from my cosplay closet. Which, to be fair, sneak peek, I do have another Superman suit on the way. I'm not going to say which one it is. It's not that exciting, at least it won't be for some of you. Should give a hint to which one it might be. Yeah. Now, I privated the video, but a few months ago, I did a video called My Top 10 Favourite Superman Suits. I've decided I'm probably just going to do a full ranking of all the suits from, you know, Kirk Allen all the way up to David Corenswet, or at least the main shows and the main films. You know, I'll write down a list on paper because I'll forget. I do roughly know my list, but it does get a bit mixed up. And then that might be one of the videos soon. Top 5 favourite cosplays I've got for Superman. It'll probably just be those 3 videos, so I'll try and space them out. But that's the plan, and I hate making plans or saying them out on the internet nowadays because not everything follows through. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Yes, my figures were a bit dusty. I am going to clean them. So please don't kill me. But yeah, but no, my favourite of all the figures is definitely the Christopher Reeve one. The Henry Cavill ones are good, but the lack of accessories really put me off, and I get it, it's Superman. He doesn't come with much, I know that. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Crypto, take us home.